All right, folks, we are live. Let me see. I seemingly can't turn my phone. I don't have my regular tripod out here, unfortunately. Well, I'll just leave it over there, try to read chat. Just gonna hit some balls quick. I just did just recorded a video real quick about the vinyl dots, and figured I already had things set up. Might as well hit some balls for a little bit, and then we got more NFL playoff action starting at 1 o'clock. Just hitting choke down pitching wedges right now. It is pretty cold out once again. Guess I don't really need this. Get this out of the way. Can I prop up my phone on something? Hey, what's up, Boogeyman Bill? Good morning. I said earlier I came out. Oh, that was thin. After the live stream, Joe's live stream, I was excited. That Square update should be coming out pretty soon. I wanted to come out and just do that quick video about the vinyl ball dots before that update went through. I didn't know if that was going to change anything, so I just wanted to get that video out about. I guess I'll tell you now. Basically, my findings from that. I was kind of teasing that because I didn't want to ruin the video. But now that the Square is going to be integrating into the with the TaylorMade Pix balls. I kind of told you anyways, but I got two kinds of vinyl. I spent like $30 on vinyl, unfortunately. I got Oracle 571, which is really highly rated, and then I also got Cricut or Cricut premium vinyl. I did a bunch of testing, and essentially what I did was I just used a hole punch, standard like paper single hole punch. This is 1/4 inch, which is a little bit bigger than the 4mm, 5mm dots that people usually use. But all I did was I just cut out a little section, and right here I just punched out a bunch of dots, and I put the dots just in a random pattern right here all over this TaylorMade ball, which works good. I know I'm kind of dark over here, if you can see this maybe, but I just marked up the ball randomly, and it does work really good. So I just did a test with my old 8-iron that didn't have a club sticker. The Square picks up on it and it reads good, but the problem is that they leave black marks all over the screen. So I know the screen's kind of washed out. I have the light over here in a different spot, so it's kind of washing out the screen a little bit. Probably doesn't look quite as bright as it usually does, but take my word for it, you'll see it in the video tomorrow. Unfortunately, those black vinyl dots, which are similar to what people sell anyways, they leave black marks all over the screen. But I was meaning to get that video out and recorded, but unfortunately it's kind of a mute point now at this point with the new update coming with the Callaway soccer balls and also the TaylorMade Pix balls. But like I said, I set everything up just to record that video. I didn't really feel like playing any kind of rounds or videos, so I figured I already had things set up. Might as well just hit some balls for a little bit. Um, I would like to still be able to work out, so maybe I'll go until about 12:15, 12:30. About a little bit of a glitch there. 45 minutes to an hour, hit some balls, and then I'd like to work out before the NFL playoff games start at 1 o'clock. We got 1 o'clock, 4:30, and then like 8 or 8:30. I was hoping the update would include club speed. I know, me too. That should be, I mean, they keep saying it's coming. Who knows? You would assume that would have been a pretty big talking point. They would have probably said that. But I'm going to go more in depth. I kind of briefly talked about it in that video I just did, but it is a pretty big game changer. I mean, you never know, Joe and other people. Joe's really good about reviewing and certain stuff. I feel like he doesn't exaggerate on some stuff, but you get some people saying game changing stuff and it's just like a minor update. But if you do think about it, the fact that really the big thing, which kind of struck me with Square now working with the TaylorMade balls, they're not making any money. So they just significantly cut down their revenue streams from selling all those balls, which they were making money from. So basically, they're allowing and opening up the community to just buy those balls. And obviously, they're not getting a cut from TaylorMade for having people buy those balls. I just bought them on Amazon. Like, Square doesn't make any money. So it's pretty cool that they're opening that up and almost kind of hurting themselves in the process just to be able to make the unit better for us to use, which is pretty cool. Even if they could give a speed metric on the speed of the sticker, would give a reference. That's what, I mean, you would assume that's what they're gonna do. If it's like it's accurately picking up, I just have it set to 7-iron. It seems like I've said it before too. It seems like driver needs to be on driver, both here and in GS Pro for the club selection. Obviously, putter needs to be on putter, and then everything else in between it doesn't really matter. So I'm just hitting an approach wedge. I'm still getting almost 9,000 backspin with just a 7-iron selected. But I mean, it's accurately picking up. So if you look at that, if you look at their user manual, I have that printed out somewhere over here. But the user manual, it's measuring the club path. So 7.2 degrees in to out, it's measuring that, and it's measuring the attack angle, and it's showing you the dynamic loft and face to target, but those are both just estimated. So you would figure if they can accurately measure the club path, that they could somehow incorporate the, like you said, the speed of the sticker to be able to do the club speed. Maybe, I mean, they would have to do some kind of calculation, because obviously where you are about 7.83 or whatever it is inches up on the shaft, call it 8 inches, the speed of this is going to be different from down here. So I don't know how they would calibrate that to equate for the difference, but they seem to be on top of things, so I'm confident that they'll eventually be able to do it. I like the smash factor to show the quality of hits. That's true. One thing I actually did want to test, I didn't grab my putter from the last putting stream I did. One thing I did want to test, though, was to see if, not even changing anything here, just to see if I could get really, really delicate putts to read within the Square software. So maybe I'll hit a couple more and then go over to the putting range and see if that works. And then that would kind of, again, eliminate with my 5 to 7 foot issue with the Square and the putting. That would eliminate, kind of narrow things down of what it could be. Could just be an issue with maybe even the connector or GS Pro. But if I can get those short putts to read here within Square, would be nice, and then I would know all they need to do is just kind of tweak the connector. They didn't say. They just said firmware update, which is supposed to help with the battery. It's supposed to help. I don't know if it's going to be software and firmware, or software, firmware, and GS Pro connector for the update. But I've been looking at the Facebook group to see if anyone has been checking. I checked earlier this morning, and the all the updates were still the same, so they didn't put it out yet. But should be within the matter of hours, and at the most like a day or two, versus like a couple more weeks, which is good. I still think could be my setup and how I have it aligned. I still think the square is a bit draw bias. Um, Maybe that'll fix it a little bit. But even that one, like you were seeing on some of those other ones, I was getting a pretty good amount of side spin to the left. That one I opened my stance up just to see if it would, and it did register to the right, so it picked up out to in. It just seems like a straight ball even reads as like a somewhat draw, and if you really draw one, it's a pretty sizable draw versus a fade. You really have to really open up and swing across it to be able to get the ball to work sizably to the right. Even that one, like, I don't know, maybe that one started left and stayed left. That one, I opened up my stance. It had the out to in, so it's registering the path. It's just I think the side spin, they're probably going to fix that a little bit, I would assume. That'd be a good test. I was wondering about the ball selection. Joe said you'd be able to select the ball if that's only in square of the connector. I was wondering that too. I would assume first and foremost it would be here. And then they'll work on the connector after, you would think. So I would assume they're just going to add instead of like, so it's going to be still the 0%, 5%, 10%. Maybe they'll get rid of those altogether if they fix some of the distance numbers, but you would assume it would just be a fourth selection, or I guess fourth and fifth of the TaylorMade and the Callaway. I was wondering that too, though. It may have to be something where just for now, maybe it only works within the Square software for those TaylorMade balls, and then maybe in a week or two they add it over to the GS Pro connector. Unless it has been a little bit, it's been a few weeks, right, since or even like a month. I'm trying to think when that old update came out. It's been a little while, so hopefully they had enough time to add all those things together, and basically all three of those are coming at the same time. I don't know. I was gonna ask, but they were signing off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they. I think it seems like they kind of just got like the so to speak press release of like the notes. I don't know if they necessarily got like a bunch of in-depth information. So even if you asked that, they probably, I don't even know if they would have known and been able to give a definitive answer. I would still like to hear from someone from like the Square side of maybe that's coming as part of like a notes release for the update. I would like to know all the information that they can give us regarding of what's going to work. And I did look up, so I ordered just the brand new TaylorMade picks, the kind of like yellowish orange picks balls on Amazon, but they have changed their pattern a little bit. So they make from those same balls, they have like the American flags and different ones. They have like a triangle pattern, and they also have like a almost like a square type of pattern. If you go on lostgolfballs.com, you can buy some like used, like they have the different grades, but there are some different patterns for the picks balls. I don't know if that's going to matter, but I guess some of the testing will, if I can do some testing on those, maybe it'll answer some of those questions. All right, might as well. I can go back and hit some balls after, but now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't had a ton of time to mess with the putting. I'm gonna have to use a different putter over here because I don't feel like going to grab mine. But let's try this out. Granted, it's not a perfect test because that's still an Odyssey. It still has white on it, but that's a different putter. So I guess maybe if it works here, then we can narrow it down to either being the Square software or my putter itself. I tried this putter and it was still within GS Pro. Didn't seem to help much, but we'll quit this. We will go into putting practice. Random. Yeah, I guess we'll just do random and then 5. How low can we go? So 5's the lowest. We'll go 5. The long putts aren't an issue. We'll go 5 to 15, and then we'll just try some really easy putts, and we'll see if this works. You went golfing in the snow last week, Panda? Even with your ankle? How was that? Take the square out of the shank tank too to see if that helps. I guess I could, but it would mess with it a little bit. I have the board and I have my. I guess I could just put it on the board after. I like setting it up and having it to where like it's aligned pretty good, and I like just leaving it so I'm not like tweaking it every single time I use it. But let's see. I'm not trying to make these, but 8 feet. I'm just trying to get these to read super easy, delicate putts. Yeah, so even that's been my issue. If I have like a super delicate putt, it just doesn't. No, it's definitely not. I mean, based on those two, I can already tell. Like the ball's registering, it's ready, and then like the square. As soon as I hit the ball, the square kind of like blinks, so it's picking up the shot. It's just I don't get why, and like it's showing that the ball's not there anymore. It's just not going. Yeah, mine reads a putt that goes 1 foot on my CCE. So the fact that you have the same exact mat, the fact that yours reads makes me think it's not the mat. What do you have? Do you have the same plexiglass, Bill? Do you have 1/4 inch plexiglass like I do? So you wouldn't think it would be that. This is a different putter. I know it's an Odyssey. It has a white face and it has the white alignment, but it's mostly black. I guess it could be the white insert. But that leads me to believe this one's not working here. If I hit this harder, it'll go. But it leads me to believe that it's not necessarily my putter unless it's both of them. Seeing that one went, you just hit it hard enough and it goes. And my buddy, when he came over a couple days ago, he had a different putter as well. Granted, we set the gimme circle to 10 feet, so we weren't hitting super delicate ones, but there were a couple where he hit some pretty light shots, and his wasn't working either. So you went with your boot. I like my new clubs. That's awesome. Your glass is thin, maybe 332, 3/32 of an inch. I mean, it's again though, like the thing's blinking, so like the infrared, the square red lights, it's like blinking, it's picking up the shot, it's just not putting it through on these really delicate ones. I guess. I mean, I might as well. We're already kind of testing it. I guess I'll take this off just for the sake of it, and we'll see if we can get these to read if it is in fact the shank tank. But you would think if it was the shank tank, it wouldn't be able to read any putts at all. It's right at that 7-foot mark. It wouldn't be able to read any putts. Hopefully this doesn't mess with it too much, but I'm going to pick it up. Move this. Put it back about in the same spot that it was in. Put this over here for now. Honestly, it's going to be kind of unfortunate if this actually does work, because that means that I'm going to have to redo my shank tank, which would kind of suck. Made a single pass on a table saw to cut out the groove. Nope. Same thing. Any other, I know you've been telling me to do this. Most of the time I come out and I hit shots, so I don't feel comfortable hitting shots without the shank tank, but for something like this is the first time I've tested it. This would lead me to believe, I mean, I guess I could put it right here and see if it's the mat. So that went 2.8 ball speed. Maybe it's just the fact that my country club is a little too bumpy. Yeah, I mean, now it's working. So it's got to be the mat then. It's got to be because the bumps are messing with it on those super delicate putts. There's not enough speed for it to actually roll, and it's probably so bumpy on that mat that it's throwing the square off. When I putt on this, which is a lot smoother, you just saw those. I mean, that was 1.7 ball speed. That's nothing. It went 2 feet. You said you can get it down to a foot. With this being a little bit smoother, I mean, that's crazy. It didn't even roll off the mat. That went 1.5, total 2.6. So it's the Country Club Elite mat then, which is strange that yours isn't. Hey, what's up, C-Drum? Yeah, so it's my Country Club Elite then, which kind of sucks. I like using that. What I could do is, which I've been debating, basically putt from right here and hit. That would mean I would have to, I mean, this hitting surface is pretty small. Putt from right there and then only hit from like this very corner of the Country Club Elite. I mean, even that's crazy. 1.3. It's going like, I mean, these greens are quick on here, but that went 2 feet. That's rolling. Granted, I mean, it's grabbing on this a little bit. That went 6 inches. All right, so that one didn't get. That was really, really delicate, but huh. Mine's newer with fewer shots taken on it. 1.3 was the lowest I could read. That was 1.5, 1.3 feet or 1.3 miles an hour. 1.5. I mean, unless you're putting everything out in the GS Pro, miles per hour. I'll see if I can get down to that. I'm at 1.5. Unless you're putting everything out, you never even have to hit it this short. But 1.5. Honestly, it's tough hitting it that light. Yeah, so I'm literally putting those like 3 or 4 inches, so no complaints that those aren't picking up. I was just kind of curious of how 1.4. That's about a 2 foot putt on stimp 11. Yeah, I'm on stimp 8 for these greens, but the square greens are notoriously fast, so those are going 2.5 feet total. I would assume people have been saying like 2 or 3 slower. The 8 stimp here on square is probably closer to like 10 or 11 on GS Pro. Yeah, Miramor's Golf. So TP5 picks are going to be the ball to use when the update comes out, according to JL. Yeah, I was watching it last night. So the reason why I came on just to do a kind of impromptu live stream, I came out here. I was meaning to do it. I kind of got sidetracked. I did a live stream with, speaking of C-Drum who was in here, I did a live stream. If you saw that C-Drum with Mashy, we did a scramble. I was focusing on that and some other stuff. But I bought some vinyl last week. Unfortunately, I spent $30 on vinyl to mark up some balls to be able to get the, instead of the estimated backspin, side spin, get some more accurate reads. I spent $30 on vinyl and I marked up some balls, and that's all fine. I can take these off if I want to. But the main thing is I recorded a video right before this. I'm gonna edit it and put it out tomorrow before this update came out. But the main concern is that these vinyl dots, I got 2 different kinds of vinyl. They leave black marks on the impact screen, which sucks. But yeah, so now as soon as that update comes out, I'm going to do another video. Now you can use, according to what he was saying, you can use the TaylorMade Pix balls. I'm not sure on the specific pattern because they make like American flag ones. They make those regular like orangish yellow triangle ones. But the Pix pattern works, and they also said the like the Callaway soccer balls. All right. So I either need to, I guess this is kind of turned into a testing stream. I might as well move this. I'll move my board closer, and we'll try to get it to where I can putt. I'll put the shank tank back on. I'll try to get it to where I can putt, like I was saying, putt from right here on the edge, and then I'll have to hit from right there on that edge. All right, am I close enough or no? All right, there reads. Now that doesn't, so I need to go back just a little. How far out are we? That's too far. That's right on the edge. So I can go back a little bit. That's right on the edge. That's not going to be enough. Barely. So like I literally have to hit it on like this very, very edge, and then there should still. I can go back a little bit more, but at least now I can putt from here and here. Swinging, this seems super close, a lot closer than it was before. That one was right in between. Problem is with this gap, it's almost. this gap kind of tapers down a little bit from when it was rolled up in the box still. So the ball almost wants to roll down. And again, I don't know with some of these reeds, like if you saw some of those, it might be kind of tough to tell from your end, but even when I putt those, it wants to kind of find its way that way. So I don't know if this is going to read if it said I launched at 1.6 right. I don't know if, because obviously it's just picking up on the ball, if I'm putting on this edge and all these putts want to work its way off this mat towards the right, if I'm going to start pushing everything too far. So there's fine, and then that's still. Wish they could make the hitting area a little bit better. That's pretty close to the very edge. I don't know if I necessarily love that. Just a heads up, I took the protective case off mine. I never have an issue with reeds. Bit risky for shanks. The risk I'm willing to take for spot on reeds. I haven't had any issues either, and I was just, like I said, I was doing an impromptu test, and Bill, I've been having issues with basically 7 foot and less worth of like putts. So within GS Pro, if I'm anywhere in the 7 foot range or less, like 5 to 7 feet, usually I have the gimme circle at 5 feet anyway, so you don't need to putt anything less than that. But I wasn't able to get anything to read. See, even that one, it's got to be the bumpiness, I guess. But I don't have. I just took it outside of the shank tank, so it's not that. I don't have any issues with reeds because of the protective case. Try putting the other way on the CCE. I have it velcroed down, so I don't really want to. I don't want to flip the. It shouldn't matter. It's not like it's the grains going one way or the other. I don't really want to mess with that, but. Does your mat turn after a bunch of shots? Mine keeps sliding on the floor. What's on vinyl flooring? Bassmaster 911. No, so this stance mat, this is also a hitting mat, but I just like the Country Club better. I have this. It's on top of these black gym tiles. I have double-sided Velcro tape from this mat, sticking it to the gym tiles. There's nothing else underneath. It slides like very, very minimally, so it works its way after like 10 or 20 shots. It works its way this way a little bit, and all I do is I kick it like that. And then as far as this one, I have the same double-sided tape sticking this Country Club Elite mat right to the concrete. I put it on one day. I put it on when it was really, really cold, so then I had to redo it. But ever since I redid it, that second time, this thing stays in place and it doesn't move at all. So I'd recommend some kind of either get a heavier mat, which is going to be more expensive, or doing some double-sided Velcro tape works good for me. Move the square to the stance mat? For what? That's what I did kind of before. I put the square here and I was putting on the stance mat. Just hit it in the gimme circle every time. Easy. Yeah, it's true. Did you see, Drum? Did you see my scramble with Mashy? I mean, I could putt with it right in the seam, but it's kind of wonky. I don't know if I love that, but it would at least give me a little bit more room on the Country Club Elite mat. Is that Stimp 11 or more? It's on Stimp 8 within the Square software, but the Square software is notoriously really, really fast. So this Stimp 8 within Square is closer to like Stimp 10 or 11 on GS Pro. Put backwards towards the camera. I mean, I can try it, but I don't think it'll necessarily. I don't know if it's great to be moving this thing around while it's on. That first one read. Huh. Huh. So I could flip it then? That's strange. I mean, you wouldn't think. It's not like the grain is one way or the other on the Country Club. Granted, like you said, yours is newer. That doesn't really make much sense. I feel like I'm almost getting lucky here. Why would it work that way and not the other way? I was not expecting that. SGT2 man? No, I did a live stream the other day. We just played together. We did a 2-man scramble at his Denver Country Club is in beta. So we just did that and we just kind of played together to see how low we could go. Maybe just turn your mat the other way. I know, that's what I'm thinking now. I practice some Stimp 9 and square. It's the same as Stimp 11 and GS Pro. Yeah, it seems to be. So yeah, 8's probably closer to 10. It seems to be about 2 or so faster within square. Can I rip this up relatively easily? I'm gonna have to adjust that. And I'm gonna have to fix this. So even that, I had this locked in pretty good. What I was just saying to who asked that? Bassmaster 901. I was just saying how well this was sticking, but I just tried to rip that up and it just took up basically the tape with it versus just the Velcro. But I mean, I'm gonna have to redo that. I mean, that side is more bumpy, but you assume this side's gonna get like that too. But nope. It could be the drop off that's messing with it because it's not. It's right here. It still may be registering, so maybe the drop off messes with it. Maybe when I hit it hard enough, it's enough to stay kind of on that line. Now nothing's reading. Nope. What if I go further back? Nope, now we're back to no good. You should play the two-man weekly. It's fun. I won at Swampland or whatever it's called. I'm still not. I was saying in that stream, or maybe it was right after it, I did kind of like a recap. Before I didn't see a whole lot of value in the SGT, just playing against other people. I just kind of play the rounds anyways, but I'm warming up to it. Take it out of the tank again. Could it be the light? I'm jacking up my setup now. Now I have the board moved all over the place. I have the shank tank different. I just ripped this thing up, so I'm going to have to redo this tape. Needs close to a foot to roll. So maybe it's the drop off then. What could I put? So then all that I would have to do is just put something else here to make it a little more level. That would make sense with the drop off. But it still drops off with a harder putt. So like if I hit this harder, I mean, I guess when you're hitting it harder, there's not quite as much. Maybe that short putt with a significant drop off is maybe doing it. Is this going to be... That's a little bit tall. I could try this. That's not gonna. That's just gonna hit it and stop it. I need. What do I have in here that I could just? I have this towel. I put that stone paver with that edge. I put this towel over it from when my buddy was here, just in case he shanked one. I didn't want him to catch the lip. I don't know if that's going to mess with it, but that's at least a little more flush. That would reduce it from, or limit it from dropping off quite as hard. I think the towel is probably messing with it too a little bit. Says it's ready though. Nope. Set the ball 2/3 back from the front. Yeah, I guess that's true. Hit from the back of the country club. All it needs really, I just need... What if I got this edge of it and put that in front? I feel like overall I'm pretty happy with how I have things set up. I'm kind of hesitant to start. All right, so that one went. I think it's the drop off. So that's easy enough to do though. I could just get another one of these tiles and just cut it to fill this gap right here. I think that's it, folks. We may have got it. .9. I think that's it. I mean, if I get back down to 1, if I can hit it 1.5, I think it was the drop off. 1.8. I mean, this has been every time. Huh. Using the new update? No. Is it out? I don't. Last time I checked, it wasn't out. I can try closing the. I can try closing the app. Was there an announcement or something on the Facebook group? Jonathan Alman. They said it was supposed to be today. All right. That's better because I like having it here. I like if I hit something really fat or someone else, they have the whole mat back here to be able to not like destroy their hands and their clubs by hitting the concrete. So I like hitting from this front section. So this gives you extra room for the really fat shot. I don't really want to start changing around everything. So it's easy enough. I could just either buy some more tiles or I think I may have an extra one and just cut it to where it fits into here. And that's pretty much pretty close to a good height. Maybe go up just a little bit more, but reducing that fall off for the square to read it, so it's on basically the same surface. That's picking those up. Those are only going 3.5 feet, and I'm hitting it pretty easy. Put the diamonds down. That's a good call too. I could do that if I cut this. Actually, I think what I have, so to fill this gap right in between, just so I didn't have to cut one of those, what I did was this section, I know you may not be able to see, this section right here, right in front where it has been dropping off, from here to this mat, what I did was I took these end sections and I put them together and I cut them. So I filled out a section right there. What I could do is, I think I still have more of these. I could just do another layer to bring it up and not even mess with one of these mats. And I can, same thing, I could just flip that over. It seemed like I agree with the diamonds down, but it seemed like even with the diamonds up, that was still working pretty good. I could just make another, just a second layer of those edge pieces together and put them together to fill this. It's going to look a little bit wonky, but the fact that it'll be able to read now, that's big. I was getting so frustrated. I thought it was the update, but at least we kind of solved that. I've been meaning to do this anyways, so luckily Boogeyman Bill and you other people in here are helping me troubleshoot this. Unfortunately, like I said, I ripped this thing up. I'm going to have to redo that. This section is, just because I've been hitting so many shots, this is a little bit more bumpy. I guess I could use this other section and just keep rotating it back and forth. But I mean, that's a 2-mile-an-hour putt. That seems pretty good. Also was out. Yeah, Jonathan, I think they said, if you watch Joe Legowski, he said, and the guy from Bayside said, they were in Australia, so they were saying by tonight for us tomorrow. So I'm still hoping it'll be sometime today. If not today, it should be really, really soon, like tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest, I would think. You can move the country club up a few inches and the square back a few inches, and that should give you enough rollout. Yeah, I guess it's easy enough, like Bill was saying, move this back. So I'll just slide this like that, I'll slide this here. Problem is, I think Bill, maybe you have the same thing. There's a T-hole right in the middle, so I kind of plugged it with a little bit of rubber, but there's still kind of a hole there, so it kind of sits down. It's like it's sitting down into a lie. We'll do that. We'll move that. Oh, didn't mean to throw that far. We'll move that there. Let's see. Yeah, so that took it too. That's a good call. That was 1.4. Granted, it's going to roll a little bit slower because this country club is a little bit grabby and thick. So that's going to probably mess with my speed. I mean, it is what it is putting off of this, but my point is, as opposed to putting on this is a lot smoother. So you can hit it a lot less and it'll roll a lot further. And the scorer doesn't know how hard you're hitting it. It just sees how much the ball's rolling on the speed. So I'm going to have to hit these harder on the country club. Huh. Maybe I just moved it too far up then. Good call, Bassmaster. Might run out of room with driver though. You get used to whatever it sees it as. Yeah, it's just my worry of moving this back, running out of room with driver. Now I'm going to be kind of like this, which isn't ideal. It is a good call. It's a good thought of moving that back. That does work. I think, honestly, for me, leaving this the way it is, I like having enough room to where I can hit whatever I want, however like stance I want, either playing it back in my stance or playing it more up with my driver. I can kind of hit. I like having my hitting area, the middle. I know I moved it around. Now it's way too far, but I like having the middle of that hitting area right there. So driver, I have plenty of room if I'm playing it off the front heel. I also have plenty of room to where I can play that back in my stance. Right there seems like it's the perfect spot. So I think so far the best option is going to be for me to put together, either cut one of these or put together just another section of the kind of edge pieces. And it was that fall off that was the issue. Unless I can find something else. It would be nice if I could get something to make it look just black and kind of pretty. I guess it's not the end of the world, but I like to, one, have it work, and two, make it look halfway decent. Well, this is good. We're solving some stuff. Anyone have any other ideas? Like I said, unfortunately, I don't think I have anything, at least right here, that I can see. Basically, I just need like a black yoga mat, and just put a couple layers of it there, or just, again, another section of those. What if we move this up, just out of curiosity? Ready? 1.5. All right. So it was the drop off. Should we go back to hitting some balls? Or should I actually practice my putting? Again, this isn't my actual putter, but the fact that this works, it's going to be a kick in the you-know-what if I cut those things out, put them together, and then my putter doesn't work, and I have to start using this one. But 13 feet. Now I'm babying it. All right, no read on that one. That was the first time that happened. That will happen occasionally, though, even on the stronger ones. Am I just not hitting these hard enough, or now is it a little bit wonky? I was kind of using the way I got used to putting it off there, and I was kind of getting a feel for how hard it needed to hit some of those. Maybe now with the flat surface, I got to kind of recalibrate a little bit. I'm here for the shanks. All right, we can hit some. I risk it all and have the square right up against my hitting mat. Then I get the good putting surface. I experienced putting to register offline balls very friendly, not as much as expected. Yeah, I mean Joe Legowski was mentioning something that when he was doing the original kind of testing and review, the fact that basically because the unit's in front of you, next to you, it does a really good job because it's looking at it this way. It does a really good job of picking up the launch angle vertical, but because it's this way, it has a tougher time. Because it's kind of looking this way, it has a tougher time seeing which way it launches. By all accounts, it seems really good. I don't know. I mean, simulated putting kind of is what it is, but basically what he was saying is side units work the best for vertical launch angle. Behind units work better, or not the best, I should say better. Overhead's the best. Overhead can pick up both really good. Struggles a little bit, I guess, on the vertical, but in front of you, it registers more accurately with the vertical, and then behind you, it has a little bit tougher time telling the vertical, but it works a lot better on the horizontal. If you kind of think about if you were standing here, you could see something more easily go left or right versus necessarily up or down. And then if you're standing this way and you were looking at someone hit, you maybe have a tougher time seeing which way it started this way, left and right, but you'd have an easier time of seeing it launch up or down. It's probably two because I moved the unit all around. My alignment's probably messed up, so some of the launch direction, that was the left 3.6. Probably I messed up moving all this around. I moved the alignment, but all right. C-Drum wants to see some shanks. C-Drum, you want to do a scramble sometime, like I did with Mashy? I'm trying to get Bogeyman Bill to play a scramble with me online too. I'll put this back. I will say, Bill had some really good ideas for problem solving. We get a couple things to work there, but I don't know if anyone necessarily had I certainly didn't. If I knew it was just that gap, I would have fixed that earlier, but I don't know if anyone guessed that it would have been that the drop off there. Obviously, you want a smooth putting surface, so somewhere along those lines, but for my specific problem, I didn't see anyone that said that, but at least we, for the time being, we got it figured out. I'm down, you can carry me. I don't know. See, I mean, if you see Mashy, if you look at that video, Mashy was pretty good. Mashy, I was going first every time because Mashy was between the two of us. He's definitely the A player. I've been in a bit of a slump as of late. But like for example, Mashy, he went over Christmas break. He went to Hawaii with his family. He played Wailea, or however you say it, that course. and he shot. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what tees he said. Either way, even if he was playing like the more friendly tees, he shot back to back 70, 77, 78, which is pretty darn good. So he can definitely play. But I say that because he said the same thing, like, "Oh, you hit it farther than me. You can carry me too." And it was kind of the opposite. But has anyone I was wondering why the heck that went so far. I was like, I swung pretty easy at that. I still had driver selected, so it had 2,000 backspin is why it went so far. I was wondering. I was like, I swung pretty easy at that. Usually that I would have to hit. This is my 8-iron. Usually I have to hit my 8-iron pretty good to get up towards like 160, 165, especially how cold it is. But it helps when you're getting 2,000 backspin as opposed to like 8,000. And thankfully, as far as the online scrambles go, Mashi was kind enough the day before. He helped me out twice and was kind enough to put up with about 20 minutes of technology troubleshooting at the beginning of the round. But now that I kind of figured that out, I think if I do any more, either with him or anyone else, it should be a lot more seamless to where I can just fire it up and I know what I need to do to be able to get the audio and video and everything synced up and going through to work properly. It makes you feel better. The dog has my symbol out of whack. I have a bit of drop on mine. Yours must be a bit more. I can probably handle myself, but I prefer if you do the heavy lifting. Hey, I'll do what I can. The whole point is to go as low as possible, right? But again, Bill was saying the same thing. Bill was like, "Oh, well, I'm not going to be much help," but it's not like we're not out there trying to break a course record or try to break 50 like Bryson does. It's just about playing together at the same time. That round with Mashi that I did, that was the first time I've ever even played online within GS Pro with someone else. I've never done that before, so it's just something cool, something different to do. Yeah, so that one, I'm not expecting to be hammering these right now, but that felt like a kind of similar swing to the last one, but 7,300 backspin only went 143 versus 2,000 went up to 159. Apparently, that's one of those things they said there was a handful of things. The battery indicator, which I was saying originally too, I thought that could have been an issue with my battery and other people's. It wasn't actually the battery that was bad because it would blink and say it would show 0, but it would still work for another like hour or two. The battery is basically just there's a bug from the battery itself isn't bad. It's just the battery percentage that's getting sent over is off. But they're supposed to fix that. They're adding the TP5s. They're supposed to be just improved overall backspin and side spin numbers. I think there was one other thing too. I don't remember. Trying to play now. No, this is right when I was gonna get off. I want to watch the football game, C-Drum. Football game starts in a half an hour. We could. Are you around? Can you play tomorrow? Mine blinks all the time. I would have to get the other camera and stuff too. Yeah, I would like to, but right now, unfortunately, I can't. But over the next like couple days, whenever you have some free time, I definitely down. I said originally, I mean, granted, we did some testing, so I'm glad I got that figured out. I said I was going to get off at 12:15 ish because I wanted to work out, which is 12:30 right now. I still could work out, but yeah, I'm a big NFL fan, so there's a game at 1, 4:30, and then 8:30. There's a game tomorrow night, but I'll probably play the two-man SGT in the morning. My office is also my sim, so I'm here all the time. What do you have? What do you have going on tomorrow? So I don't have SGT, but if we just did an online match, um, what are you doing? What are you doing tomorrow? Do I have a wifey or baby mama? I do not. No baby mama, at least. I have a dog, so I'm a doggy daddy. But no, I don't have any kids. Time? I don't know, up to you. Pretty much I can pretty much make my own schedule as far as like work stuff goes. So I can pretty much make anything work. I'm gonna want to watch. There's a game tomorrow at 8:30, so pretty much any time tomorrow, besides 8:30 at night, um, should be fine for me. Are you on the? Where are you? Like what time zone? You have two Labradoodles? That's awesome. I have a yellow lab that I adopted. What time zone are you in, Seadrum? Like, are you on the East Coast, West Coast, Central Time? Central Time. So what is that? Like an hour or two behind? I don't care. You tell me. Whatever time you want to play, I'll make it work. Funny enough, when we were doing the testing, me and Mashi, we did some testing on Thursday night before the live stream on Friday. We actually played like 6 holes at Jurassic Par 3. Oh, yeah, it's a good thing. I wasn't planning on. I just came out and I hit like a couple shots doing that video about the ball dots. Wasn't planning on hitting balls. So if we were to play right now, anyways, even if there wasn't football, it'd probably be pretty ugly. I gotta get my mind right. Try to go low with Seadrum. All right, after that, that's fine. So that would be um, like 2 p.m. ish, uh, my time. That works. If you want Seadrum, I think Mashy and I originally tried to have Discord and we had some issues, but I think I solved it. We were using something else to do the video call. Are you set up to where you can use, like, do you usually record yourself? I think I can get it to where if we just did a Discord video call and if I could do a live stream so people can see you and hear you, they can see you swing and they can hear you, and then we can talk to each other. I think we can just do a Discord video call and I can, oh, that's a shank. There you go. There you go, Seadrum. I can put it into my OBS and get everything to work. I can do that, sure? Okay. That's why we're not playing right now. That was Toey. Add me on Discord though. I'll put it in here. It's all I made one just for when I was doing that thing with Mashy a couple days ago. But it's Hosel Rocket Golf, all one, like all together. That's my What's going on here? All right, here we go. Phone rang. Love your channel. Love to collab sometime to break 50 video or match play. We can do that. Went in CC. Now I got kind of I'm kind of situated for some live matches. I was saying, C-Drum, add me on Discord. It's all one word, Hosel Rocket Golf. That's my username right there. If you add me on Discord, we can get it figured out for tomorrow, and then just do a video call. I'm trying to do. People seem to like that we're watching it. At least Bogeyman Bill and Black Cloud. They thought it was pretty fun, and I had a great time playing online with other people. It's something different. I play so much out here by myself, just like recording videos and whatnot. It's fun playing with other people, so I would like to, whoever's interested, either multiple times or a bunch of different people. I talked about maybe making like a little Discord community of people that want to play, and just here and there, whoever's online, for like something like this, if I had extra time. Granted, I know I wasted a lot of time changing around this stuff, but like after I did the video earlier, if I had like an hour or two, I'd just be like, all right, who wants to play, and then fire it up. All right, C-Drum, I just saw you. Yeah, Lyndon CC, you can reach out too. We'll start scheduling some stuff. What course are we gonna play, C-Drum? We're gonna play one of yours, obviously. Ooh, one of mine trash. Yeah, it was funny. We played, like I said, for the scramble that's up. You guys can watch the replay if you're curious with Mashio. It was 2 days ago on Friday. We played one of his beta courses, but I jokingly said in there, I said, yeah, if there's any kind of issues with this course, I'm going to have a word with the course designer. I don't care. We don't have to play yours, but it is kind of, I feel like it'd be kind of fun. You can kind of give us some, like when you go to a new course and someone has course knowledge, the fact that you built them, you could probably tell us some like cool little hidden features or why you did certain things or stuff that other people necessarily wouldn't notice. A little bit better. I've been I want to work on kind of feeling like I'm getting a little more squat into the ball, a little bit more power and some ground force. But then I do that. I feel like it's kind of tough to time that up. Ones I have local knowledge are the first ones I built. They're probably the worst ones. Bro, is that in your house? In the garage. I wish it was in the house. It's like 30-something degrees out. Hence the beanie and whatnot. But yeah, it is. Like I'm not at a like a simulator place or anything. If that's what you're asking. Get that long drive swing. I wish. Bo Bevan, was that you? Lyndon CC. I'm assuming. I want to work. One of my goals this off season. Granted, it doesn't help. Like I said, it's like 30 degrees in here. It doesn't help that it's that cold. But one of my goals is to get, by the time springtime comes around, I want to work on some technique and stuff. I want to get up into the low to mid 160s on ball speed with driver. That's one of my goals for this off season. You got 170 in the bag? I don't know. For what it's worth, I think at this point it was probably like 2 years ago. I went to like a professional indoor place. They had an overhead. I don't know which unit exactly it was. It was a Unicore overhead Unicore unit. I don't know. I don't know if they make two different overhead units, but call it the IXO. It was the Unicore overhead unit, and they clocked me. I had some swings that were like 125-ish on club head speed, and there were a couple swings I think I was into like 165, 168 ball speed. Um, if that, I said it in other videos, whether that was like not calibrated right and that was way too high. It wasn't like I just had like one of those that was a misread, but I went there for an hour and they sent me a spreadsheet of all my shots after. So I don't know if I was just swinging hard and it was warm inside, or if that unit maybe wasn't great, but I've never seen anything close to that on either this or the Garmin. So I don't know. Realistically, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to kind of know where I'm at, but realistically, it doesn't necessarily matter exactly the ball speed as far as you don't know what it is on course anyways, so. That was better. A little bit thin, but 159. I think I still have the 5% ball selected. Maybe 10% in here is more accurate, I'm not sure, but I guess at this point, I'm going to call it quits right before 1 o'clock. I guess I'll either work out later or maybe I'll take today off. I don't know. I did legs yesterday. Hope we get better games today. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I watched both of them. It was funny. It seemed like the Chargers, no matter what they did, they just couldn't do anything right. Even they said like on that touchdown, the 2-point conversion got returned back. That was there was a chance where you thought maybe they'd come back a little bit, and then towards the end, I guess the Steelers game wasn't much of a game either, but you thought there was a chance that they could possibly come back. But yeah, I'm thinking this first game with the Bills, this could be a good game. Obviously, everyone anticipates the Bills to win, but I could see an upset in this first game. And at least I hope, like you said. Hopefully, there's some better games as far as keeping them tight and like close scoring. Oh, that one hurt my fingers. That was close to a shank C drum. No skin in the game. I'm from San Francisco. Yeah, I mean, I'm New England Patriots fan, so we don't have any skin in the game either. But big news right before I came on, or not, well, I guess kind of before I came on, but before I came out here to record the one video I did right before this, Patriots agreed to a multi-year contract with Mike Vrabel, former Patriots player. So I don't have any skin in the game either. Honestly, I don't know. Bills are kind of been a rival for a while, so I would kind of like to see them lose, but also the Bills are always right there, and they haven't really done much in the playoffs in a long time. So I don't know. As far as if it was more competitive and like the Patriots like just missed and they were going to be good next year, I'd want to see the Bills lose, but I'd rather see the Bills win than the Kansas City Chiefs go to the Super Bowl again. Vrabel's badass. Yeah, we'll see. Honestly, I don't really care who the coach is. They just need to, whoever it is, they need to turn things around. It's been a rough couple years as far as football goes here in New England. .115 ball speed. It's a little more like it. I probably should, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have figured the whole putting issue with the drop off here, because lately, the past couple times when I've tried to align this thing, obviously you have to have, for those of you that are familiar, you hit the ball, it's like offset back here. When you align it and you put the alignment stick down, it has to be right in front of the unit, and I was having a tough time for it to register the alignment stick, and I was figuring it's because I was putting the stick down here, which is below the mat. I probably should have put 2 and 2 together and figured that out as far as the putting. But at least now the putting should work, and I should be able to align it. Hey, what's up, Uneven Par? Can't stick around. Just wanted to say what's up. Fit's looking fresh today. My old-ish sweatshirt and my beanie. Yeah, I'm getting off soon too. I was only gonna come on real quick. I said 12:15, so I would have time to work out before the 1 o'clock game. But I got into testing, and we figured out at least my putting. I came out earlier, and I wanted to do a quick update on the what I did testing the ball dots. Yesterday, it was just announced. It should be coming out today. There's going to be a new update to where the TaylorMade Pix balls with like the triangles, Square is going to incorporate those in. So now, instead of having to use their balls or putting dots on or whatever, the Square is going to work with the TaylorMade Pix balls and also the like the Callaway soccer balls, which is pretty sweet. But I figured for people, I tested it. The random dot pattern does work, and for people that don't have an impact screen, if they're just hitting into a net, those vinyl dots are going to be cheaper and probably a better way to go. So hopefully some people at least get some value and some use out of the video. Played a local course on Hope to Hear this morning, shot 3 under, trying to stay dialed. Dang, son. Uneven Par's been on a prolonged hot streak as far as his game's been going. Doesn't mean anything until you do it in real life, unfortunately. Yeah, but with the snow on the ground, I mean, better shooting 3 under on the sim than 13 over or something. So you're obviously doing something right. It'll translate. Yeah, it was hit kind of hard, but it was way left. 174 carry. What do we think? We got any upsets? Anyone calling any upsets? Bills are pretty good. I could see that happening though. They always get a little bit wonky in the playoffs. The Ravens, I could see it come down to the Ravens are going to be good. I mean, you would think it would be Ravens, Chiefs, and the Bills, but never broke 80 on that course. So if I could shoot anywhere near that near par, that'd be incredible. All right, 2 more minutes. 12:55. I'm getting off. I gotta get the game pulled up, get this stuff picked up, and try to save some of my swings for tomorrow. Apparently, I guess you guys can look forward to that. I gotta get that video edited that I was talking about. Hopefully, by the time tomorrow comes around, I have the balls coming from Amazon. I don't know what time they'll be here, but by the time tomorrow comes around, apparently I'm going to be doing a live stream with Seadrum, which is pretty cool, and maybe the update will be out too. Oh, it's chunky. But any final comments, questions, and concerns, put them in now. Otherwise, you have to wait for tomorrow. Oh, man. These thin ones being so cold, these balls are cold, so they feel like rocks. Those vibrations go through your hand. See you on the live. Too cool. See you tomorrow. Sounds good. Yeah, hopefully you guys are able to tune in. By the sounds of it, maybe I'll do it if me and Seadrum figure out a definitive time. I'll do like another one of those posts on YouTube on like the community tab, and I'll let you guys know. But it seems like it's probably going to be around, from what he said, probably 2 o'clock ish Eastern time, like 2 p.m. That was basically, funny enough, that was the same time on Friday with Mashie. Take it easy, big dog. Hopefully we have some good games, but all right, I'm wrapping this up. I got to pick this stuff up, bring all the expensive electronics inside. Apparently now I got to I'm gonna have to readjust the shank tank, readjust where that board is. I'll have to do the alignment. I'm gonna have to retape. Thanks a lot, Bill, for that one. It was a good idea, but I'm gonna have to retape this double-sided stuff and get this stuck back down so it doesn't move around, and then I guess put together the another section of that front part so it doesn't drop off before tomorrow. So hopefully my putting will be locked in. Sorry about that. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. Hopefully my putting will be better, and I can actually, me and Seadrum can play like 5-foot gimme circles, and I'll be able to actually be able to hit a putt from like 5 or 7 feet. But be on the lookout for that. Like I said, I'm going to edit a video either this afternoon or tonight. I'm going to edit that ball dot video that I just did. I'll post that. And then ideally tomorrow, hopefully the update comes out today or tomorrow morning, I'll be able to do my first impressions of the new update tomorrow before I play with Seadrum, get that recorded, do the live stream with Seadrum, and then edit that video tomorrow night and have that posted for Tuesday. But in any event, we got some stuff coming, so stay tuned. Appreciate you guys checking in. Appreciate the members. Boogeyman Bill, Uneven Par. I don't think Dorico, Black Cloud wasn't in here. But shout out to the members. But I would say it was worth it to fix the putting. I think so too. I'm kind of surprised we figured that out, and I'm glad it wasn't like I had to like get rid of the Country Club lead mat. It wasn't like I had to like redo my shank tank. So all things considered, I can keep pretty much everything the same and just add a little bit of extra gym tile here just to prop it up. That's pretty much ideally, and the fact that it's not like my unit's bad, or I guess it wasn't the firmware, all things considered. All in all, that's probably the best case scenario to get the putting to work. So, all right, I gotta go watch some football, and then maybe I'll work out later. But see you guys on the next one.